And welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Survivor Overclocked. Another day, another ending route to get into, although this one, we're actually going to have an 8th day epilogue to get to. Yes, remaining are Amane and Yuzu's endings, which both have 8th day epilogues. Now, Amane's ending does see quite a bit of reused content from the other 7th day routes. We still have to kill the Devas, we have to kill Jezebel and Beelzebul, though thankfully there is one unique fight within this route to spice things up. Before we continue, I realized that I forgot to recap the requirements for Jin's ending at the start of the previous video, so just to amend that real quick, to get Jin's ending is easily the most involved ending in the game. First off, you have to save Haru on day 4. Like most of the endings that are not Atsuru and Yuzu, Haru needs to be alive. The second thing you need to do is to set up the encounter between Jin and Azuma on day 6, and obviously you need to save Jin afterwards. Following that, you just need to do the 2 story events that pop up for Jin at that point, and you will have completed that portion of the quest. Additionally, you also need to get Naoya's notes from Azuma, and you need to clear Naoya's challenge on day 5. Should you fail to do those 2 things, the ending will stall out and you won't be able to get any further. So yeah, make sure you get all that. Easily the most complicated ending to get in the game, just on the basis that it requires the absolute most out of you to unlock. Now for Amane's ending, as far as I know, there's not anything too special you need to do. I've read that you need to respond positively to her emails and not do things that run counter to her ideals, like killing the angels exclusively in the Ueno battle on day 6, but I'm not 100% sure if that's actually true. You do need Haru alive to get this ending, and you need to see Amane's events on day 6 in order to secure it. But as far as a relationship system goes, I'm not sure if that's actually required. I've never bothered to test it, but it's relatively easy to fulfill those requirements anyway, so it's neither here nor there. Just respond positively to Amane and do the other requirements, and you should be fine for this ending. With that being said, let's get this ending path underway.
Have you made your decision to become Messiah and save mankind? You have been selected by our Almighty Lord. This glory can be none other than yours. Now, let us go forth together with him. Kind-hearted one, your heart aches with worry for your people, does it not? It is true that not all will be safe, even in a world under his rule. Those who do not repent breaking his teachings will suffer his judgment. But man has continuously chosen to walk a fool's path. When the unjust kill the just, and the righteous shed tears, can all truly be forgiven? Now is when man must awaken and take the path of justice and order as he was meant to. In order for that to happen, you must become the Messiah and lead humanity. Thank you. Your actions are noble, and your will is strong. What is the source of his distress? Who corrupts man and lures him to self-destruction? That is correct. Of course, if mankind was strong, they would not fall to the demon's temptations. But we do not wish that much for mankind. Angels and demons have fought endlessly since ancient times to annihilate the other. Even if you lead mankind, the demons will try every way they can to corrupt humanity. However, you have the means to subdue them, yes? Correct.
Well, wait, hold on a second. What? We have to win the war for the throne of Bel after all?
That would be the case. He will become the king of Bel and use the demon's power to protect and lead man.
Using the power of demons to lead mankind to God? That sounds so crazy. How do you know we can even win against those other Bel demons? We did everything we could, and we were barely able to keep our death clocks wound.
Be at ease. I will lend you my strength. Rest your bodies tonight and prepare for the morrow. We shall meet again then.
Oh, Amane! Oh, she's gone.
Oh, everyone, here's where you all are.
No, wait. Miss Mari?
I've been thinking about a lot of things since then. I've gone around and heard about what you're all trying to do. I want to help you out. See? I have a comp too. Thank you. I'll do my best for you.
What that angel was saying sounds a lot like what Keisuke said. Is this the right way?
You've chosen this. No matter how it ends, I'll root for you. I believed in you. And we've come this far. I regret nothing.
I do kind of think it's a little interesting that Midori expresses reservation there. It would have been kind of cool if she actually went AWOL on this route, just to see how that would play out, but she seems to be more agreeable to this way of resolving the conflict than going along with Naoya, even if you decide to be a good guy in that route. Yeesh, so picky and choosy.
Good morning. Today you will become the King of Bel, the King of Demons, and use that power to lead mankind as the Messiah. I am glad to hear this. I will lead you all as his messenger. Fear not. His blessing will surely protect us from all misfortune. Now, let us go forth, that you might be the new world's Messiah.
Wait a second. Even if he really can become the Messiah, what about the final option? Aren't we all going to die at 1800?
Be not afraid. I am his messenger here to prevent that.
You're sure? We really don't have to worry about it?
We are agents of order. We speak only the truth. We will neither lie nor deceive you.
Oh, okay. Then let's do it. So, where do we start?
To become the Messiah, it is vital that you gain authority over demons. In other words, you must win the war for the throne of Bel and ascend as Overlord. For you to lead mankind as the Messiah, you will need a foundation of power. Only by bringing the demons defying him to heel can you become the Messiah. To qualify as King of Bel, you must claim the power of the other Bel demons as your own. That is to say, you must defeat those demons and absorb their power.
Defeat the other Bels? But where are they?
Your first task is to defeat Jezebel, the demon of Bel within this girl Amane.
Wait a second. You're an angel, aren't you? You're in her body too. So, wouldn't it be fastest if you beat Jezebel yourself?
The reason I have revealed myself to you and speak to you now is because you were all chosen as representatives of mankind. I lend you my strength, for you attempt to withstand this ordeal by your own strength.
In other words, we have to do this no matter what.
Our time is limited. Jezebel is already slowly dominating Amane's soul. I am keeping her in check for now, but I cannot manage it much longer. Soon, Jezebel will gain full control over this body, and Amane's soul will perish. You have begun to awaken as Abel, and you have a comp as well. These things together with my assistance will make this possible.
Abel? Are you talking about him?
Abel is the name of a child blessed by him. I will explain further in time. When you are ready, return to this place. Go, prepare yourselves to battle Jezebel and return to Miyashita Park.
So, starting the day off, Amane does not join us because she is still under the thrall of Jezebel, and Remiel is just kind of puppeting her body around right now. We need to defeat Jezebel before we can go forward with this route and recruit Amane. One thing to note is that it does not seem like we have to worry about the deadline yet, But who knows if we're still going to have those 1800 until 1800 hours to work with, or if we're going to get another cut to our time.
You have returned. You are prepared for battle then? I will send each of your minds into Amane. But first, I will keep my promise to you. Indeed, I will tell you now of Abel, his beloved child. You are his child, yet you are also capable of becoming Overlord. That is very true. You are both special and not. I shall explain why. There once were two brothers. The elder's name was Cain, and the younger's was Abel. These brothers were at the center of the first tragedy in human history. I will explain. Abel, a child of God, was also a child of sorrow. He was the first human killed by his fellow man, Cain, his own brother. For the sin he committed, Cain was condemned to eternally repeat a life of solitude. And as for Abel, who was killed before awakening as his child, his essence has been inherited by many. Do you understand thus far? That is correct. Abel's essence has faded over time, yet it still exists within many humans. Many in this world possess Abel's essence. You are one of them. It is not rare, but you defeated two bells, and thus has Abel's dormant power begun to awaken. Though you are his child, you are now the sole human capable of becoming the King of Bel. Yes, that is what allowed you to absorb the power from the demons of Bel. Only you can lead mankind to its true calling in your capacity as his agent.
Belial called him Bel of the human world, so that's what that meant.
But I have digressed long enough. Let us begin. Defeat Jezebel, who lurks in Amane's mind, and free this girl's soul. Do not allow demons to cloud your heart. Keep a firm grasp on yourself, and it will be no different from the real world. Amane's soul is already in the process of being dominated by Jezebel. It is possible that her soul may oppose you. Please be very careful. Correct. You must awaken Amane's consciousness. If that is done, she will undoubtedly lend you her strength in battle.
Amane's consciousness? Okay, got it.
If your souls fall to evil, you will never again be able to return to this world. I will help as well, but you must be extremely vigilant. Now go. May his divine protection be with you.
Is this the inside of Amane's soul?
Wow! A field of flowers! Oh, look how pretty it is! Is this really inside someone's soul?
I can move, and things here feel solid too. Huh. It's not as different from reality as I had thought.
But I'm not looking at your and his actual bodies, right? It's pretty bizarre, isn't it? Hey, it's just our souls here, right? If we lose to Jezebel and our souls don't return, what happens to our bodies? Oh.
Well, let's put our best effort into this and return to the real world. Huh? Wait, isn't that Amane over there?
Look, it's Amane!
Hey, Amane! I wonder what's wrong. Can't you hear me?
Who goes there?
What the? Where's that voice coming from?
Who dares to track mud through another's soul?
Oh, something seems weird about Amane. What is this place? What happened to the flower field?
They're so rude, aren't they, Amane?
So that's Jezebel. Give us a second, we'll save you.
To save her? No one here needs any saving. See? Look how you trouble Amane. You should all die for this.
You stupid old hag. You're not killing anyone.
So, instead of just cutting right to the end of the fight, I would just like to dwell on something that we learned in that cutscene for a moment. This has been referenced several times throughout the game, and a lot of you have probably already figured it out, but Amane's route is the only one that spells it out clearly for you. Our character, our protagonist, yourself, should you have named them after you, you are one of the many reincarnations of Abel, of the biblical Cain and Abel duo. So, that explains why we are able to participate in the war for Bel. We're Abel. Get it? Anyway, with that understood, we can probably hazard a guess about who Naoya really is. I mean, in some of the cutscenes, they even outright stated it, although they were pretty Spartan with the explanation for what that actually meant. But, we also, referred to as Naoya's brother a lot, eh? Well, let's get to the end of the fight. This can't be! So you are indeed Abel after all. But even if you take my power, Master Belberith is ever the King of Bel. Ugh.
Thank you very much. You've saved me. If I'd stayed like that, my soul would have been utterly consumed by Jezebel. Now, I will lend you my assistance. Return to the real world. It seems we've all returned safely. Thank you very much.
Phew. It didn't really feel like the inside of a soul, but I'm glad to have my body back.
All right, Amane. I mean, Remiel. What next?
You cannot tell, Atsuro? This is Amane. Remiel's role must have ended when you defeated Jezebel. He's no longer inside me.
What? But he... Well, great. Now we have no idea what to do next.
Don't worry, I'll come with you. Remiel's voice still reaches me. Yes, I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wait a second. Aren't you the Shomonkai's maiden? Don't you guys worship Belberith?
That's right. My father Kazuryu and the Shomonkai worship Belberith, the raging god. By heeding Remiel's words and assisting you, I will be going against their teachings. But in speaking with Remiel, I have come to know God's love and kindness. The Shomonkai's aim is for man to unite and overcome God's ordeal. It could be done in accordance with God's wishes by bringing order to this world. In watching your actions during the lockdown, I have begun to doubt my beliefs. Is using demonic power and causing suffering the right way to overcome God's ordeal? Yes, I will follow my heart, though it may lead to a schism with my father.
You're that determined. I really hope we don't have to put you through it.
Thank you, Yuzu. Your consideration is touching. Now, I'd like to share with you what Remiel has said to me. Is that all right?
Yeah, please.
Your ultimate objective is the King's Gate, Babel. You will become the King of Bel upon reaching Babel and overcoming the final trial.
By taking Babel's power, the King of Bel can lead mankind to peace as God's messenger. An immense power was lost from the original Bel when God felled it. That became Babel. According to Remiel, it will bestow tremendous strength upon the one it submits to. Thus, the final objective in the War of Bel is to gain the vast power within Babel. And the summoning server you all seek? It is none other than Babel itself.
Well, wait a sec. That's the server controlling the demon summoning program?
Indeed, that is the case. Babel currently sleeps within the server, awaiting the true king of Bel. Only one worthy of becoming the king can awaken and summon it. Belbereth has transferred the summoning server to the demon world. Officially, this was a move to increase the summoning program's efficiency. But Belbereth's true objective seems to have been otherwise. He used the server as a medium through which to manifest Babel.
A medium? But why the server?
Babel is in the demon world, but having no corporeal form, it cannot be seen or touched. Belbereth contrived a way to give Babel a physical body in order to challenge it. The server harnesses the flow of thoughts. Its user can bend it to his or her will. And Babel, a mass of sentient energy, is very close in nature to human thoughts. Belbereth likely decided that the server would be ideal to interface with Babel. That seems to be the case. Belbereth no doubt transferred the server in order to keep it close by.
That's really bad. If Babel accepts Belbereth, he'll become king, right?
True enough. But he must not have had the qualifications to be king when he manifested Babel. Babel failed to respond to his challenge, and Belbereth was unable to become king. To be deemed qualified, he began fighting other demons of Bel and absorbing their power.
Man, so that's what the War for the Throne of Bel is really about.
Since the war is ongoing, Belbereth must still lack the proper qualifications. But he has already absorbed many Bels and taken their power. If Babel responds to him, he will undergo the final trial to become the king of Bel. We must return the server that was fused with Babel to the human world at once. But to do that, we must first create a connection between the demon world and our own. The two worlds are separated by a wall of power. The creators of that wall are the fierce gods known as the Four Devas.
The Four Devas? So those guys are protecting Tokyo from the demon world?
There's a reason the demon summoning program can work without complex rituals. We in the Shomonkai weakened the barrier between the human world and the demon world. I used Jezebel's power to defeat one of the Devas, thereby destabilizing Tokyo's spiritual condition.
You're talking about Jikoku and Asakusa.
Yes. At the time, I thought my father's teachings were the only way to save this world. If only I had been able to hear Remiel's words much earlier.
So that was why you beat Jikoku.
There are 3 Devas left, preventing the demons from encroaching on our world. While they remain standing, we will find ourselves unable to summon forth the server. Our task is to defeat them and create an aperture in the wall.
What? Are you saying we have to defeat the Devas? But that would be incredibly dangerous.
Remiel seems to think so. My own opinion is unchanged. Also, the spread of the comps has led to vast numbers of demons in the city, completely destroying the spiritual balance between the worlds. In a matter of days, this imbalance will cause the 2 worlds to collide. This seems to be one reason the angels are watching the lockdown so intently.
Then we have no choice.
That is correct. Let us head first to Eikokuji. One of the Devas seems to be there.
Eikokuji, that's in Ikebukuro.
The Devas have protected Tokyo for a very long time. Approach them with caution. I lend you what little strength I can.
And once again, we are on the quest to slay the Devas. No cutscenes in between. We're getting down to brass tacks here. Once again, Amane has joined us, and once again, she starts at level 50, way out-leveled in a New Game Plus playthrough. I just now realized the reason that she always comes in at level 50 is because the NPC version of her in the Jezebel battle is at level 50, so the game probably just uses the stats from that fight to add her to your party. Interesting stuff, that. Interesting stuff, that. It's also why she joins at a scaled level when you're on Naoya's good route. But that's neither here nor there. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Anyways, let's resume the Deva slaying, and still no word from Azuna. Are we able to just speed our way to the hills at this point in this path? Well, let's find out.
Here we are. Kokoji.
I'm getting nervous. I don't really know much about these 4 Devas. If I'd known this would happen, I'd have paid more attention during the school trips.
Hey, were the 4 Devas enshrined at Kokuji? That is correct. This temple is dedicated to Nyoirin Kanan. However, the Devas are likely using the power accumulated here to compensate for Jikoku's loss.
Don't tell me, you're the type who studies during summer vacation too.
Is it really okay to defeat the 4 Devas? You're right. There is no other way. If we do not connect the 2 worlds, we cannot reach Babel. The faster he seizes control of the demons, the fewer lives will be lost. Let us begin. My senses tell me that our opponent is most likely Bishamon. He guards the north and is the strongest of the Devas. Do not take him lightly. As I thought, Bishamon, strongest of the 4 Devas, protects this place.
Human. There is no need for words. I will fulfill my duties, as you will yours.
Yes, let's begin. We harbor no animosity, but this battle is inevitable.
Without Jikoku, we have concentrated our efforts into a single task. Preventing the demon realm from coming forth. But that ends today. Show me your power, human. No weakling shall have this city. When I am dead, proceed.
I'm sorry, but we can't lose either.
Magnificent! Such strength! You are all worthy of praise, humans. Bishamon! We must report to Zocho at once!
We beat it.
Yeah, there's no turning back for us now. It's pretty heavy.
What is this?
The air's gotten heavy. Is this... The power dividing the worlds has weakened further, thus hastening Tokyo's corruption.
Corruption? So the demon world's gotten closer to us.
Oh, it's 'cause we beat Bishamon.
Let us be on our way. We cannot stop here. We must connect the worlds, reach the remaining bells, and then Babel itself.
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Indeed. The next of the Devas is in Shinagawa. He seems to be waiting at Sengakuji. When you are ready, let us depart.
This must be Sengakuji. Where's the Deva?
I don't see one either, but this is definitely the place. We beat Bishamon, so which ones are left? The last 2 are Zocho and Komoku, protectors of the south and west.
Bishamon was supposed to be the strongest, so I'm a little less worried about this one.
I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. Be careful.
So you have come, human. I am the guardian of the South, Zocho. I ask of you, are you the ones who defeated Bishamon? I see. Then I have no further need of questions.
In order to make him the Messiah, we must defeat you. Prepare yourself.
The 4 Devas are not so foolish as to challenge Bishamon's slayers alone.
Bad enough that we have to deal with 2 Devas. Now we're trapped?
Now, show us your power! Ah, such power! Bishamon, I go to you. Zocho, not yet. It is my honor to fulfill the final duty of the 4 Devas. Humans, I have witnessed your power. You must be responsible for it to the end. The 4 Devas are gone! This country is done for!
That's all 4 of them. The protectors of Tokyo.
Man, if the worlds don't connect now, I'm gonna regret this forever.
It seems Remiel's words were no lies. Behold.
There's a hole in the sky. It looks like the eye of a typhoon.
That horrible, malicious thing. Is that a swirl of magical power?
The 2 worlds are joined. The portal to the demon world has been opened. There are no more obstructions.
This is definitely gonna work, right? We summon the server once he's qualified?
Without a doubt. We will be able to summon Babel through that aperture.
It looks like it's around Roppongi. Is that where we're going next?
Hey! We won't get sucked into the demon world if we go there, will we?
The demon world will swallow this entire world before long. It would be best to hurry. Our preparations to summon Babel are complete. Yes, let us go and face Babel. The aperture to the demon world is on the top floor of the Hills building. The Shomonkai used it as the server room. That's precisely where Babel will appear. Now, we must defeat the remaining bells and summon Babel. We should hurry to Roppongi. Are you ready?
Hey, Amane, we could end up fighting the Shomonkai there. Are you okay with that?
If Remiel spoke true, making him the Messiah is our best solution to God's ordeal. I have no doubts. My father and I both want to save mankind. It's just, he trusts in Belberith, and I trust in Remiel. That's all there is to it. I'm his daughter. I understand him. Neither words nor deeds can change his beliefs. Even if it means fighting Belberith and my father, I'll stand with you. Thank you. Now, let us head to Roppongi, to the server room at the top of the Hills building. Let's trust in Remiel. The government must know of our actions through the angels. We will do what we must. Yes, I agree completely. Please, should you emerge victorious and become the King of Bel, never forget the human heart that beats in your breast, or the kindness within it.
Man, we are just speeding to the conclusion of this route, particularly after a pretty lengthy exposition dump compared to the other routes at the start of it. We're already at the Hills building with no need to negotiate with the government. One of the fringe perks of allying ourselves with the people responsible for this lockdown. Let's get the Beelzebul battle taken care of.
The Hills, epitome of modern society. A present-day Tower of Babel.
This place is packed with IT firms. Funny that a cult office would be out here. So we're going to the top floor to summon Babel?
Precisely. We will summon it from the point closest to the aperture in the sky.
Hey, look! What's that?
Bel, born of the human world, I've been waiting for you. I am Beelzebul.
Beelzebul is considered the right hand of darkness. He may rival Belberith in strength.
Are we really looking at a giant bug? This isn't a joke, is it?
I will obtain the power of Bel you have gained thus far and offer it to Belberith. You have a magnificent will. When you want something, you seize it. Now, enough with these questions. Let us begin tearing at each other's lives.
Should one wish to become King of Bel, a fight with him is inevitable. To open the door to Babel, you must defeat him.
What? I can't believe you have this much power. My excitement is rising. I will tell you one thing you have not learned yet. Belberith has already taken in more bells than you, and its power surpasses mine. Will you make it to Babel? I shall be watching.
Whew. I didn't think something like that would be waiting for us.
Beelzebul, once hailed as the Duke of Hell, was known to possess immense power. By defeating him, the power of Bel sleeping within you has grown even stronger. Yes, Belberith will most certainly appear to claim the throne of Bel as his own.
Hey, why did the Shomonkai start worshipping Belberith in the first place?
This will take some time to tell. Is that all right? My father foresaw the coming of God's ordeal while he was a student in theological school. Do you know the story of the Tower of Babel in the Old Testament? Long ago, mankind put their skills together to create a tower reaching to the heavens. However, that act broke God's commands, and he brought his wrath down upon it. And as man's common tongue was divided into many languages, so were people's thoughts. But today, technology allows us to overcome language barriers and rise high in the air. No, the tower itself was not the cause of God's ire. The real problem lay elsewhere. Huh? God was truly grieving for mankind's hearts. At the time, all the people of the world gathered under a single king. A king leads the will of many. If he did evil, his people would blindly follow. God grieved for such weakness in the hearts of humanity. My father knew this, and his fear of God's ordeal grew ever stronger in recent years. In this day of instant worldwide communication, one's voice can have wide range. The act of disseminating one's will to the masses is not the privilege of a king anymore. Anyone can easily broadcast vast amounts of information out into the world. Conversely, anyone can find any information they could want, even if this information is malicious in nature.
True. I've noticed that myself. Not that many people believe everything on the internet anymore, but some still do. The gullible ones end up spreading false information far and wide. That's probably how a lot of stupid urban legends get started.
Incorrect information may not pose a huge threat, but knowledge of things such as how to make bombs, or how to steal, or how to kill, this can all be found on the internet, if you know where to look.
I see. People do bad things because they know how to. They won't be able to otherwise.
Indeed, not all humans are capable of resisting the temptation for wrongdoing. Also, the more people become involved in virtual lives, the more secluded they get. They would rather hide themselves within comforting lies than face reality. If mankind continues to stray from the path of virtue, God will surely judge us for it.
And humanity, so dependent on technology, may lack the strength to endure his ordeal. Thus, to save mankind, my father turned not to the god currently ruling the heavens. Instead, he turned to another being, one that had been a god in the past. The original bell that lost its battle against God was split into multiple bells, of which Master Belberith is said to retain the most power and the original memory. That is why his desire for revenge against God and lust for power are so great. Master Belberith's goal is to take back the power of Bel from Babel and battle God. That is probably why he answered Father's call to stand up to God's ordeal. My father wanted to prevent another judgment of God. The two shared a common interest.
I see. So Belberith responded to your father's wish and lent him his strength. Thanks, Amane. I think I kinda get it now.
With Beelzebul defeated, there is nothing to prevent us from reaching the highest floor.
That's right. Let's hurry and... Oh! Hey, that reminds me. The elevators. They aren't working, are they?
Oh, right. No electricity. That's not going to work.
So we have to walk all the way up there? That's going to take forever. Hang in there, Yuzu! We'll do our best and keep at it! Woo. Yay.
53 floors, huh? It seems practically infinite.
Guys, we don't know for sure that the final option is completely cancelled. We can't tromp up and down the building wasting our time and energy, so let's get prepared.
And once again, our characters bellyache about having to go up the stairs. Yeesh, you guys need to work on your cardio. Well, no time like the present, right? Let's get up to the top floor and deal with Belberith.
At last, we're proceeding to the final battle. Once we begin our climb, there will be no time left to come back down. Are you ready?
The moment of truth. Belberith is waiting up there. Can we really do this? No. We have to, or we can't save everyone. We'll do it.
We're gonna save Tokyo! Heroism, here I come! Let's do our best!
I may not be strong on my own, but when combined with the rest of you, I'm infinitely stronger. Let's go!
If my powers can help you save the world, I'll be very glad. Let's do our best.
You've always been at my side, helping me out. Now I want to help you. Let's do our best until the very end.
Let us ascend to the top floor. Babel will appear there.
I'm so tired. Stupid power going out, making us use the stairs. This sucks. Is this the thanks we get for trying to save the world? Stupid lockdown.
Yeah! Heroes shouldn't give up so easily, you know?
My legs are turning into jelly. I never said I wanted to be a hero. Damn it. Why do I have to put up with this?
Hey now! I know you all want to be, heroes! Come on! Let's do this!
I see how much we rely on technology. I wonder if I can fight when we get up there.
at the top? You got it. Hey, what's this place? This is the top floor of the hills, right?
It looks like a chapel. Is this a Shomonkai facility?
Hey! Is that somebody over there?
Father,
You fool! Know your place! You are the maiden of the Shomonkai!
Amani's dad is the founder of the Shomonkai, huh?
I never thought I'd see you betray the Shomonkai. I've lost all hope in you.
Father, I have heard the voice of the angel Remiel. I've told you this before. Destroying God isn't the only way to overcome his ordeal. The Shomonkai's teachings brought the ordeal upon us, and look at the city now. Is this the world we hoped for? Is this what the Shomonkai set out to create? I'll follow the path I believe in, alongside everyone here. I'll build God's world anew.
Then I have nothing else to say. You can go the way you wish, and I will go mine. All of you gathered here, heed my words! I have sounded the warning bell against the coming ordeal of God, and now I will forfeit my life to save mankind. Witness my ultimate sacrifice!
What's he got up his sleeve?
Mankind has used its own wisdom to come this far. There's no reason God's selfish desires should put an end to that. In this very moment, humanity will witness the birth of a new God and an age of reform. Now, Master Belberith, eat my flesh, my soul, and my life! Descend upon our world! My price is only that you defeat God and bring about a world free of his ordeals!
I have heard your plea. I will receive your life.
O raging God, our Majesty, Master Belberith!
Oh, it's Master Belberith! Master Belberith has descended!
Our God, Master Belberith, we praise thee!
I've finally returned to the human world. That wretch did well to summon me with such speed.
Where did my father go?
Were you not watching? He became my flesh and blood. Not a bone remains. Aren't you satisfied? I have devoured your father's entire body and soul.
No. Father.
We will cut off the walkway leading to the altar.
All right, I'll do it.
You scum! You'll have to go through me if you want to harm Master Belberith!
You will feel the full force of our exalted Lord Belberith's power!
I have kept you waiting, human Bell. Your kind is such a sorry existence. That cur actually thought I would grant him some of my power? Tricked? Do not misunderstand, human Bell. All I have ever desired is the power of Bell. I won't concern myself with what happens to the rest of the refuse. But I will kill God, his children, his bloodline. I'll cut them into sinew. I will even rid the demon realm of the great darkness that rules there. Praise me, Fear me! A new world order is beginning. Insolent child of God, you have taken in the power of many bells. You have defeated Jezebel as well as Beelzebul, both of whom who were sent here by me. Want of Bel's power, devouring of other bells, and the fight for Babel, we are similar. You are a mere human. Bow before me. Impossible! So you are more worthy of becoming king than I. The king of Bel, chosen by time, is neither demon or fiend, but a human? And you are about to kneel before our enemy, God! What humiliation! Look closely, demons! Watch as your king betrays you!
Father!
Amane.
Even though his methods were wrong, he only wanted to save people. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, if anyone's to blame, it's Belbereth for taking advantage of him. It's always the humans who end up getting hurt. The angels and demons aren't fair.
Father, I won't give up. I'll lead mankind in the right direction with these people. I'll lead them, no matter what it takes. Let us be on our way. He now has the power to become a worthy king of Bel.
Oh! Yeah! So we're supposed to summon Babel next, right? But how do we do that?
You need only to awaken the power of Bel inside you to summon Babel. From this point forward, no one can be sure what will happen. Let's prepare ourselves before we summon Babel.
And at this point, wait a minute, what? Aren't we supposed to summon and fight Babel? What's Naoya doing here? This is the Amane unique battle. So, before we can actually get to the final boss fight, Naoya, I'm going to assume he has some words about what we're doing here. Well, let's hear him out. I'm sure he's reasonable.
The time has finally come. Let us now summon Babel.
You disappoint me.
Naoya?
I wouldn't have guessed you'd end up serving God. You're hard to read, my brother.
Brother, huh? I thought he was your cousin. I've always wondered, who exactly are you, Naoya?
No, he is my younger brother. It's been so since a long time ago. I won't let you reach Babel in your current state.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
It's unfortunate, but the game ends here for you.
Bring it on, then.
Oh, you picked a fine time to develop some backbone, Atsuro.
You're the one who dragged us into this. We fought and got stronger, just like you wanted us to. But we aren't your pawns. We chose this path of our own will. We're taking him to Babel, and not even you can stop us.
You think you can win against me? How interesting.
He made the comp go berserk? The demons it summons will attack anyone nearby.
Sorry to disappoint you, but the demons summoned from that comp won't be attacking me. Even though it's gone wild, the demons it summons are still under my control. Now, let the games begin.
I do love how this is a unique battle to Amane's route, but they also recycle dialogue from Atsuro's route. Anyway, we've got to fight against Naoya, and as you can see, he's first up in the turn order, so I'm just going to deploy a couple extras here, just to make sure we don't get taken out, but I am mostly just going to focus on taking out Naoya over anything else. So let's get this battle underway. Once again, Naoya has full might available to be cracked, and I forgot to mention this in my playthrough of Atsuro's route, but this is the final skill that we need to crack in the game. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in between, but doesn't hurt to go over it again.
Don't you remember, brother? Ages ago, I cultivated the earth, and you tended sheep. Thinking back, that was the start of the favoritism. If our places were switched...
What's gotten into you, Naoya? What are you talking about?
And, okay, now you just stays there, so we can just take him out immediately. I do think it's kind of funny how this is the only time where Naoya is referred to us as his brother, that somebody actually points out the strangeness of that. Anyway, Naoya is not really going to be able to do too much here. He has Fizz Drain at his disposal, but that is not going to help him. Actually, it's kind of interesting that he has innate Fizz Drain. It's not tied to anything in his passive list. Not that, once again, it's not going to help him against Garuda. Gee, Naoya, your guaranteed critical hit didn't do much for you there.
What's this? Are the brothers fighting? Looks fun. Mind if I join in?
Yeah, you're...
Loki.
Oh, come on. Your little brother says he's gonna serve God even after he's the King of Bel. If nothing fun happens, my advice has no meaning. So I'm gonna join in too, okay?
The brothers' fight continues from when time began. Let's see a good reenactment, okay? And you didn't think it was that easy, did you? Well, okay, it pretty much is. Let's just send Behemoth out of the stock here. And in case the Ariox get a couple licks in, let's have Nyarlathotep here to cover us on that so that I can take them out. But yes, Loki shows up, so we've got to deal with him as well. Not that it really matters too much. I'm just going to have Yuzu move over, and then Atsuro, he can just Devil Speed over and give Loki a taste of what Garuda is putting out here. Jeez. Loki, you're by your lonesome. Do you really think this is a good idea? Poor guy, poor guy. But this is another way that you can unlock Loki as you defeat him here in Amane's route. There we go. Much earlier than getting him at the end of Naoya's good route. You're really something to be able to defeat me. That's okay. This one was starting to bore me anyway. I think I'll rest for now. Alright, let's just cut to the end of this.
What God wanted was you. Someone who blindly followed him. Unlike me. If that's all it was, it would have been fine. I wouldn't have needed to kill you. As the earth tender, I offered God my finest crops. But what God wanted was blood. Blood does not run in crops. God asked the impossible of me, knowing I was a farmer. That's why I killed you. I pierced your heart over and over and offered him blood.
What? What are you talking about? I don't get it at all.
Hey, Abel. My beloved younger brother. You hate me, don't you? In the depths of your heart, you want to kill me, right? You must, or you never could have earned the right to become King of Bel. Tell me how you really feel. Don't you hate me? I will not acknowledge this, Abel. You are now hate me. I won't allow you to go back to God.
Sorry for clipping a little bit of his dialogue early there. For those who know the actual story of Cain and Abel, you'll know that Naoya is having a bit of a selective memory here and is actually trying to make himself sound a bit more sympathetic in this story. Not that you can't have a little sympathy for Cain, but Naoya conveniently neglects to mention that the reason God was dissatisfied with him is that he offered the refuse and the less than viable crops from his haul, which was why God was disappointed in him. He was not offering the finest he had. Your mileage may vary on whether or not that's a good message, but do remember that the Bible was written about, over 1,000 years ago, so...
Impossible. How can you have power beyond your theoretical limits? Looks like I failed. This time. But don't forget, the punishment God forced upon me will reunite us again. I won't give up. One day, I will have my revenge.
Now you ran away.
So yes, the whole story of Naoya has been revealed. We are the reincarnation of Abel, and Naoya is Cain. Not the reincarnation of Cain, he is literally Cain, having been forced to be reborn endlessly with memory intact until he is able to atone for his crime of murder.
Naoya. Hey, Amane, do you know what all that was about?
Just as you were Abel, he must have been Cain, Abel's brother, the first murderer in history. Yes, by his own hand, Cain slew his brother Abel.
Hey! You said Naoya was Cain, right? So, if he has the essence of Abel, does that mean Naoya's got the essence of Cain?
No. When Abel was killed, his essence was widely inherited as seeds for the future. But Cain's punishment from God was to be forever reincarnated while bearing that sin.
What?
It is the accumulation of memories. However often he is reborn, he remembers everything from his past lives and faces his sin. It's to give Cain time to gain awareness of what he's done. Cain claimed that he was never loved by God, but that isn't true. If God did not love him, he wouldn't have given Cain time to reflect on his actions. The accumulation of memories is God's love, that he might one day realize the truth.
God wants him to realize his misconception.
Unfortunately, he seems to have spent the time plotting his revenge against God. He sought to make Abel, God's beloved child, lead demons in a war against God. How painful it would be to him for his child to consort with demons and rebel. That was the revenge Cain undertook in return for his punishment.
This is messed up. He has no right to sacrifice him for his revenge, but still. He kept reincarnating for who knows how long, remembering everything he did. And his grudge grew so big, that's all he can think of now. I feel sorry for him.
Indeed. I wonder when his soul will find peace.
Yeah.
So even when he was reborn, he never lost the memories of his past lives. No wonder he was so good at predicting the future and people's actions and stuff. All his memories of the people he met and the things he saw were one big database.
Then what was that strange demon that attacked us near the end? Loki, was it?
Loki is a trickster god of Norse mythology.
Trickster?
Loki was half giant, and so an enemy to the gods, but also half god with his own powers. As both god and giant, he would deceive or assist whoever he pleased, friend or foe. Their interference has wasted our time. Let us get back to summoning Babel. The corruption of Tokyo is progressing even as we speak. Let us hurry.
Well, that was a thing that got in our way. Let's not dwell on that too much. So, yeah, I get quite a bit of exposition there, and the reveal for the full extent of Nalia's motives is rather ironically revealed on the path where you outright rebel against him. But that's neither here nor there. Before we head into the final battle, real quick, I just want to register our strongest Garuda, which I think... I want to register this one. Even though he's a lower level, he does have Holy Strike on him, and I want to pull that out. And I'm just going to pull out an extra Garuda so that we can get to Babel faster in the upcoming fight. Remember, this time around, we don't have to worry about escorting anyone. It's just a matter of getting to Babel and taking him down a peg.
It is time to summon Babel to gain its power and become the Messiah. Are you ready? Release the power of Bel inside you and summon forth Babel. I won't think about wanting to run away. If I'm with all you guys, I'm not scared. And I believe in him.
I'm sure Mr. Kresnik is wishing us the best too. Let's give it our best shot.
Justice never loses! Don't worry, we can do this!
I hope we can end the lockdown soon. Then crimes committed out of anger will decrease.
I never would have seen this happening when Nalia called us up 7 days ago. I mean, I'm a little nervous about building a new world, but... we've come this far, so let's finish it. I'm behind you 100%, so believe in yourself.
So this is Babel. Remiel told me about it, but it was hard to believe until now.
We have to make this thing acknowledge him as the king, right?
That is correct. Only the one who battles Babel and wins can become King of Bel.
Got it. So basically, we just have to defeat this thing, right?
Bel that have awakened me, use the power of Bel sleeping within thee to control me. If thou canst, thou shalt fall before my trial.
Well, bring it on! We won against Nalia, so we can destroy this too!
And Babel is a woman in this version of the fight, with a rather strange bobbed haircut. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be, actually. I'm pretty sure like all the various forms of Babel are based on characters from the Mega 10 series, although I will fully admit I'm not exactly able to place them consistently. Anyways, let me get the team set up real quick, and let's get into this fight. We're just going to rush for Babel, because there's really not any reason to do otherwise. Alright, let's get this fight underway. This one's not going to be too terribly difficult, and mostly I'm just interested in getting to Babel as quick as possible. I have Kato Blepas in my team. Let me change that out real quick. Want to bring in Cabricon if I can. Did I remember to send him back to the bench? Yes, I did. There we go. Alright, let's get this guy cleared out and start working our way towards Babel. Hopefully get to the second phase of the fight as quick as possible. I'm already mid-dialogue here, so let's just destroy this guy with a swift multi-strike. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Shigata, no match for me. I'm just boosting up my magic until it caps out at this point, because really our stats do not matter too much at this stage of the game. Let me just park right here, and once my turn comes back around, we'll be able to get to Babel here. We'll have Yuzu and Amane move to the center. I'm not going to go too deep into what is it, Amane is capable of at this stage. It really does not matter too much. Just note that she is a very magically potent character, as well as extremely durable. Alright, got my team into position here. I'm actually going to have Amane take the first strike against Babel here, because once we actually defeat Babel in this route, well, the first phase of battle, I mean, we will once again have the boss rush to deal with, so be mindful of that. Using a magic yin build here, and I just realized that, Garuda's not going to be able to multi-strike under these conditions, but that's okay, that's okay. Should still be able to take him out with, Remiel holy dancing at her, hitting the gritty. Okay, not quite, but we're still fine here. Not Dream Feast. Actually, you know what? No Dream Feast. Just in the event that Remiel somehow doesn't secure the kill here. Pretty unlikely, but, you know, there we go. Also got Amane set up with mana aid so that she can recover a decent amount of MP every battle.
This shaking. Everyone stand back! This could be dangerous! What? Is this what Babel really looks like?
Thy dormant power of Bel makes thee worthy of the throne, yet thou must control it. Face the powers of Bel once more, and make their power thine own. Here comes the boss rush. Everybody's favorite part.
What the? Belder and Belial?
Now, fortunately, because of the way I approach that, my turn should be coming around pretty quickly. Let's not get too close to Belial. We don't know, or rather, I don't know how hefty his hits might be. And let's make our way towards Belder. Fortunately, even if I move, I'll be able to get my opportunity to strike against him before he gets a chance to do anything. Belial, he's of no consequence to Yuzu, who can just easily take him out with multi-strike from Garuda.
I am the bright flame of evil, that hellfire that incinerates all. Chant the name of Belial.
Alright, let's get this guy taken down a peg. I'll just use Megidolaon. It really does not matter. Sorry that most of the fights really do just kind of boil down to Garuda spamming multi-strike, but it is very much the dominant strategy. Besides, we've seen this done fairly before. Get out of here, Belial. Alright, next order of business, let's have Atsuro just move up a little bit. Fortunately, with my dual shadow build, we should be able to take out Belder with little issue. I am the immortal one. Humans lament for me. Lament for Belder. Sorry, Belder, you're gonna get no sympathy from me. So let's just give him a quick slap with the Devil's Fuge. Good thing we hung on to that, right? You guys can just take a little siesta there. And let's hope for a dual shadow proc. I like how dual shadow can proc on guarding. Heck yeah, there we go. Maybe I should have transferred Bishamon over to my team here. Yeah, it's not a huge deal. If we're lucky, actually, you know what? Let's just give ourselves a little top off with Capricorn there. Why not? I went to the effort of teaching him Media Rahan. Would be remiss to not use it, right? Oh, come on. Ah. Baloney. Here comes the Vampiric Mist, which is going to set us back a little bit. But it's a minor nuisance, and obviously of no consequence to anybody who has curse resistance, which is not Atsuro, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. No problem there. Gets a little bit of some vittles from that. Alright, let's have Amane start making your progress forward. And just have everybody move up to the ramp when it appears so that we can get right into taking on Jezebel, Beelzebul, Belberith, all those guys. So many bells, so little time. Alright, Belder, you had your fun. Let's get you out of here. Love it when a coin flip comes up my way. You know what, let's get a Holy Strike onto this Garuda here. Been meaning to do that for a while. Just to have that slightly better coverage than Megidolaon. Not that Megidolaon's really bad. I just prefer Holy Strike because it's more suitable to his stat distribution.
Jezebel, we meet again. I won't make the same mistakes this time.
Alright, coming up, Jezebel doesn't even get to say anything, starting things out. Let's have Atsuro show her what for. I am the incandescent flower. How does your soul taste? I, Jezebel, will devour you all. Spoken like Garland right there. With slightly less knocking down, but no less threatening to our personage. You know what, let's go just Deathbound spam. She has no physical resistance. I don't need to worry about having Pierce at my disposal. Ooh, nice. Very spicy. Alright, let's get the bug in here. Beelzebul,
Next is Beelzebul. It's just as expected.
Beelzebul, I swear we only just saw you today, didn't we? Alright, let's swat Beelzebul. I am the right arm of great darkness. Become the nursery for the young of Beelzebul. Listen, at least take me to dinner first. Jeez. I like you like that, Beelzebul. Little too forward for my tastes. Let's just swat him away and get him away from us. And in a moment where, seriously, it's just, it hasn't even been a day. It hasn't even been late. It's just been...
Belberith. Father, I will fulfill my duty.
It's barely been an hour since we last saw you, Belberith. Guy needs to take a hint.
I am the raging god, the king of kings, ruler of all. Kneel before Belberith.
So, once again, Belberith makes his Zod-type declaration, and we just have Garuda give him a few quick, rapid punches. Poor guy, poor guy. Never stood a chance, never stood a chance. Abel, thou who art God's child, yet yearn to become king of Pandemonium. Discard thy humanity, thou art evil, thou art a sinner, thou art darkness, unite with me.
Babbles, so this is the King's Gate.
The King of Bel is a Grand Master, a destroyer, one who makes all things shudder. Now, receive my power, defeat me, and absorb my dormant power into thy body. Seems that Babel kind of missed the memo that we're actually on the side of God in this playthrough. Gonna have Amane move up, though it does not look like she's gonna be able to actually get into combat range with Babel before her turn ends. Poor girl, poor girl. Atsuro, do we have any healing here? Yes, we do, of course. Got prayer on Nyarlathotep. Exactly the kind of reason I keep this guy around. He's good to me like that, he's good to me. Let's have Atsuro get some licks in. Alright, hit him with the Deathbound, Gonna use Megadolon here since it'll probably be a little bit more potent than Deathbound, given that, Nyarlathotep does not have piercing capability. Nice. Good work, Atsuro. And Bishamon showing him what for. Now, with that taken care of, I can go in and get my strikes going. Babel, this is not going to go your way. He's got some pretty potent striking power there with the Fizz Amp and Attack All, though. You gotta be wary of that. Not that it really compares to what Garuda is capable of. Nice! Love the dual Shadow procs. I have indeed seen thy power, thou art who art God's child, yet holds the power of Bel. Thou art truly my master. I shall present all my power to the new overlord of Bel.
Did we win?
Is it over? It is over, right? Remiel told me a moment ago, all the powers of Bel have gathered into him. Rather, into God's child Abel, and the war for the throne of Bel has come to an end. And lo, a king is born.
So everything's good. Is the final option called off? What about the lockdown?
There is no need to worry. Remiel has sworn upon his own name and on God's to lift the lockdown and restore peace.
Are you sure we can trust him?
The angels may neither deceive nor lie. Their words are unvarnished truth.
Dad, we did it!
It's over. He can finally rest in peace now.
We did it! They're finally gonna lift the lockdown!
We really did it! I feel like all my fatigue has just poof!
Yeah! Not only that, but he's an overlord now! I mean, a messiah!
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just, he still looks normal, but he's not really human anymore. I'm sorry. I had no right to say that. You have a huge responsibility ahead. Oh my god. Yes, of course I will. I'm glad you're still the guy we know, no matter how powerful you get. I believe in you, that you're gonna be okay.
I'm right there with you. We only got this far because we put our trust in him. I wish I could take his place, but I know I can't carry such a heavy burden. So I figured the least I could do is follow him with a smile.
Atsuro. Jeez, that was kinda cool. For you, I mean.
What do you mean, for you? Figures. Same old yoo-hoo.
You little... Don't call me Yoo-hoo!
I'm glad I came with you. We're about to enter a truly just world.
Well done. God's desires have been met. The King of Demons will kneel before the Lord, and his power will be used for order. A world of total order, free of all sin and chaos, will surely begin.
Attention, citizens. A temporary order lifting the lockdown has been issued. It will be enacted shortly. Specific directions to follow. Please stay calm and await further notice. We thank you all for your patient cooperation. I repeat.
Lockdown's over, huh? Looks like it's back to Dullsville.
Those kids really did it. Well, how about that?
They've done it. Speaking frankly, no mission has ever been this painful for me.
Indeed. And it isn't over just yet. People are leaving 7 days of danger and confinement. If we mishandle this, another panic could start. Our job has just begun.
Yes, sir. But this mission, it doesn't involve demons, correct? Then sign me up as your first volunteer.
Soon afterward, the Tokyo lockdown that lasted 7 days was finally lifted. Though only a few knew the truth, people could sense that the malicious presence had disappeared. Those who survived were grateful to be alive, and mourned for those who were less fortunate. A new form of order came over this world that had regained peace. The young new King of Bel, who held the power of demons, was urged to use that power as God's advocate. To be the absolute judge of man's sins. Thus would man always live with the fear of God and live pure lives at all time. A new age of law had come to the world. Sometime after the incident, you receive an email on your altered comp, whose role in the events has already ended. You who are a son of man, yet became king of Pandemonium. Well done on your victory in the ordeal. Now that you are an overlord who kneels, before the Lord, this world shall be filled with his authority as a place of order. All lies, doubts, and disloyalty shall be judged accordingly. I shall be watching you, in your capacity, as his loyal servant. And thus, that is Amane's ending for Day 7 cleared. But of course, that is not the end of Amane's route, because like Yuzu's route, there is a day, or, well, like Naoya's route and Yuzu's route, there is a Day 8. Conquer your demon, break your barricade. Let's survive. And this is fortuitous, because for those of you who have been getting sick of seeing the same crap over and over again, and believe me, I was getting kind of tired of rereading the same dialogue over and over again, the 8th days, of course, have new content, as well as Yuzu's 7 day has completely new content. So we are going to be seeing completely new events going forward. We will be creating our 8th day cleared, or not a clear data, our 8th day data here, saving over our backup file, and when we resume the Let's Play, we'll be continuing on with Amane's route. Look forward to it, because we do actually see some pretty interesting things in this 8th day here, and I'm eager to show it off. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.